And then I want you to notice this part. A haughty, what? A haughty spirit comes, a haughty spirit before a fall. It's actually a spirit. What I want us to see is it's a person who has a haughty, prideful attitude about themselves actually has a wrong spirit. Now, we normally don't think about that. We normally don't think of somebody who's prideful or haughty or whatever. We don't really think about them being, having a wrong spirit, an evil spirit, or a wicked spirit, but they do. There is no spirit that opposes the Spirit of God as does pride. Pride transforms us. Pride shrinks us. Pride reduces us. Pride stops us from having the life that we should have and doing the things we want to do and living the life God wants us to live, the best life. What pride does is it stops us from hearing the Spirit of God. Not just that it stops people, but we get so full of ourselves, we can't hear the Spirit of God speaking to us. Another thing that bottom line with pride is pride that just stops people from loving us and us loving people. It stops us from loving God and God from loving us. We don't have room for God. And then another thing that pride does in our lives as well, it causes us to lessen people, yes, but it also causes us to lessen the value of God in our lives. God's no longer important when we're so full of ourselves. We don't have time for God. We don't have room for God. Pride is a prison. It's the prison of pride. And we shut ourselves in, and we shut people out and God out. Though you soar like the eagle and make your nest among the stars, though you think you're something, from there, from where? From there, I will bring you down, declares the Lord. Now, when I was just going through all of those things a while ago, the clothing that we have causes us to be a prideful person. When I was talking about the aspects of our abilities that we have, our possessions that we have, our education that we have, the families that we have, when I was going through all of those things, the success that we have, you see, that's where God will meet you. Because what pride is where you are in your life that causes you to look down at people. Where is it in your life? What pride? Where is pride hiding? Because wherever that is, that's where the Lord will meet you. And He will bring you down. Jesus replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind. This is the first and the greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself." Then He says this, "All the law and the prophets hang on what? These two commandments. Hang everything else on it. Love God, love people." What pride does is it puts you in a prison where you can't love God. It shuts you away from God. God's not important to you. You can't love God and you can't love people. People are not important to you. It's a spirit. It's a haughty spirit of pride. And it's in all of us. Where is it hiding in your life?